Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to apply your makeup in a natural way to accentuate your features. We're going to focus on the eyes. I'm going to show you how you can make them appear larger. The essential items that you need to create this eye look include an eyeshadow primer, which can also be a concealer, 4 different eyeshadow colors, one color that is very close to your skin tone, a dark color, a light color, and a very light color, and mascara. Optional products to enhance your eye look include eyeliner and a brow product. And then further optional products for the rest of your face include foundation, concealer, primer, powder, blush, and something for your lips. I usually start off with primer, although it's not necessary. I like the Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer because I have large pores around my cheeks. So you just put a small amount on your fingers and apply it to your face. Next is foundation. I just picked this up at Target yesterday. Since I have a tan, it's been really difficult for me to find a foundation that matches my skin tone. I have yellow and olive undertones, and a lot of foundations now look too orange on me. So if you're looking for an affordable foundation that has a lot of different shade ranges, this is the CoverGirl True Blend. Mix this with a little bit of Makeup Forever HD, little cocktail. And how I apply my foundation is by putting dots of it on my face, and then I'll blend it out with a brush. This is the Morphe M439. This is my favorite brush for buffing in foundation. If you don't want to use foundation, you totally don't have to. I prefer to use liquid foundation that's full coverage, but I also have some acne scars, I have some redness on my skin, and for me personally, that's what makes me feel the best. If you have really good skin, maybe you don't need to wear foundation, or if you choose not to wear foundation, that's fine too. Powder foundations are also a nice option for something that's very lightweight. BB cream or tinted moisturizer is also good. You can just, apply that quickly. It does take me a while to blend in my liquid foundation, but I just want it to look perfect, especially when I'm filming. So anyway, that's my spiel. I'm using the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. This is my favorite concealer. I've been using it for years. And I pat it underneath my eye in a triangle shape. And I'm going to put it on my lid to use as an eyeshadow primer. Now, if you're not going to wear foundation and if you're not going to wear concealer, but you want to apply eyeshadow, you have to put something on your eyelid as a base. So just pick up a concealer at the drugstore. CoverGirl and Maybelline have good ones. You can also pick up an eyeshadow primer. Urban Decay has a bunch of different finishes. I'm sure NYX has some, but when you're applying eyeshadow, you have to have something on your eyelids to make the eyeshadow stick, to make it stay, and to prevent it from creasing. I'm taking my beauty sponge from Ulta and I'm going to blend the concealer into the skin. Now to set everything, I'm going to use the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores pressed powder. Moving on to brows, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in soft brown, and it matches my hair color perfectly, which is what I like. If you're just doing a quick application, all you need to do is fill in the sparse areas. And my brows are very sparse. If you have nice thick full brows, then you might just need to do this step, but I actually have to shape my brows and fill in a lot of sparse areas. So for some of you lucky ladies out there, that might be all that you need to do, but I really need to shape mine. So what I do is draw a line underneath. And then I trace out the front. I prefer a more square look in the front. And then I fill in the top. Fill everything else in. Then I use the spoolie end of the pencil and I make sure that there are no harsh lines at the beginning of the brow. And this also helps to evenly distribute the product. I'm going to do the other brow and I'll be right back. Now we're going to move on to the main point of this video, which is eyes. Again, if you don't use foundation, if you don't use concealer, you have to make sure that you use an eyeshadow primer. You can use concealer as a primer, or you can buy an eyeshadow primer. But if you don't, then your eyeshadow won't stick to your lids and it won't last all day. The color will just fade really quickly. If you're looking for a really nice palette with nudes, I highly recommend the Lorac Unzipped palette. It has beautiful, basic nude shades. It has 6 shimmers and 4 mattes, so it's a really great starter palette. If you don't want to spend the money on this, just look at the drugstore. Just make sure that you have a medium shade, a dark shade, and then something pretty and sparkly. Okay, so what I always do first is put a shadow color that is very close to my skin color and I dust it in the transition area. The transition area is between your crease and your eyebrow. So any color that is matte and close to your skin color will work. You don't have to go out and buy 3 different palettes. This color is from the Tartelette in Bloom palette, which is another one with nudes. Some of these have more of a red tone, but it's very similar to the Lorac Unzipped. And I used Smarty Pants in my transition area. Okay, so we used a slightly darker shade that's close to our skin color in the transition area. That was step number 1. Just because I have to be extra, I'm using a very orangey brown shade. It's actually from the IT Cosmetics Face Contour palette, and I'm putting this in the crease. You do not have to do this, but if you want to, I decided I'd throw it out there. So I'm keeping this lower than the transition shade, and I'm not going all the way into the inner corner. I'm just going about 2/3 of the way in. This adds a little bit more dimension to the eye and a little bit more warmth. So you start from the outer corner, blend inwards, in windshield wiper motions. And again, this step is optional. You can just stick with your transition shade and then go on to what I'm about to show you next. So we have our transition shade and or our crease shade. Now I'm going to pick a light shimmery color for the eyelid. I'm going in with the Lorac Unzipped palette, and I'm going to choose this color right here, which is Undiscovered. It's a gold color. And I'm going to place this on the front, maybe 2/3 of my eye. And I'm actually taking this up a little bit. And you'll notice that I'm using patting motions to pack the color onto the lid. The next step is to use a dark color on the outer third of your lid. I'm going to take the color Uncensored, and I'm going to pack this on the outer third of my lid. And again, I'm using patting motions, not swiping motions. So you can see how much more dimension that gives to the eye. Sometimes I like to go back and put a little bit more of the lighter shade on the lid, so feel free to do that, but if you're happy with how it looks, or you know, if you don't have time to go back and do this, then I'm sure you look beautiful. I'm going to use the tip of this flat shader brush, and I'm going to use the same dark color uncensored on my lower lash line. And I'm only going to go like 2/3 of the way in. I'm not going in all the way to the inner corner, because when you put dark colors on the outside of your eye, it helps to make your eye look bigger. I'm kind of like making sure that meets up with the color in the crease. You can see a difference, yes? So we just added depth to our eyes, and now we're going to go back and add more light or brightness. You can certainly use a light shade in one of the palettes that I showed you guys, but my ride or die highlighter, like I can't live without this, is MAC Nylon, and it's a very bright golden shimmer. And I'm taking a little detail brush, this is a pencil brush, and you just just put it right on the inner corner of your eye. At this point, eyeliner is optional, but I'm going to show you that option just in case. I have been really liking the NYX Matte Liquid Liner, and it looks like a little brush. What I like to do is take the product out just like that, wipe off the excess, and lay it almost flat against my lash line. Start in the middle. And just paint it on. It adds just another layer to the look. And again, if you don't want to do this, or if you don't have time, you can totally skip this. You want your eyeliner to either be the same thickness or slightly thicker on the outside and thinner on the inside. While I'm waiting for the eyeliner to dry, I'm going to apply blush. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon in the color Pearlescent Pink. Any blush brush will work. This just happens to be from IT Cosmetics, but one of my favorite blush brushes is from Eco Tools, and it was just a few dollars. This is also adding a very slight golden shimmer to the skin. You guys, I have a love-hate relationship with my bangs. I'm going to curl my eyelashes. This is important to lift the eye and again make it look a little bit bigger. So I usually curl at the base, the middle, and the tip on both sides. I love to use volumizing mascaras. This is Stila Huge, and this is a little sample size. But whatever mascara you choose to use, make sure that you start at the base of the eyelash and wiggle it and do 2 coats, maybe 3. You can see how much of a difference just one coat makes. So I'm gonna do this eye and then put on a second coat, and I'll show you how I do my bottom lashes. I got a little bit of mascara on my eyelid on this side, but I'm going to show you how to clean it up. The important part is that you let it dry. I use the Rimmel Lash Accelerator for my bottom lashes, and again, this is kind of like an extra thing. But you can certainly use the same mascara on your bottom lashes. I just like this one because the wand is really easy to use for the bottom lashes, and it's very inexpensive. It's probably, I'd say $6 to $8, and you can get it at the drugstore. So I really think it's worth it. A high-end one that a lot of people like is the MAC, I believe it's the Extended Play, or the Giga Black Lash Blast. And again, I'm putting 2 coats on my lower lashes. Once your mascara has dried, all you have to do is take a Q-tip, and you can either like brush it off like this or just twist it. And that takes the mascara right off. I have to do this a lot on my lower lash line too, so that's just a good simple trick. This look is complete except for a lip product. You can throw on some lip balm, lip gloss, lipstick, whatever color you want. But I wanted to show you guys a really beautiful lipstick from MAC. This is called Fanfare, and it's just an absolutely beautiful pink color that looks good on so many people. Excuse the concealer that's already on my hand. This is a cream sheen formula. It's just a beautiful pink color. So I'm gonna apply this to my lips and we'll be all done. Okay guys, so that completes this look. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.